Hi you guys, Kimberly here. I watched a video from my friend Kassity from Kassity's Timeless Creations and Palooza here on YouTube, and they both did a no washi tape required flip book. Kassity did hers, and then Lolly did her version of it, and now I'm going to show you my version of that. I actually have two versions of it. The first one I am going to show you first, and it's just a little bit different from what they both did. So you're going to need 2 pieces of 12 by 12 paper. So let me put these 2 aside. So this starts out just like theirs, and I'll put the links to their videos below in the description box, so make sure that you click see more, and you'll find their links to their versions of this flip book. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold these 2 pieces of 12 by 12 paper in half this way, and then you're going to flip it and fold it into quarters. You do want it to be even. Okay, and then I just do 1/4 into itself. Now you don't want to cover up your first fold lines. You want to give a little bit of room along the edge here. You don't want to fold into that fold line. Okay, so let's do the next one. We're going to fold in half. My favorite colors are black, white, and pink together. So of course I had to use these colors. This is old paper. I got this paper a long time ago at Big Lots. It's probably been about 10 years ago. So I thought this would be the perfect thing to use it on. Okay, then again, I'm just going to fold 1 corner, giving myself a little bit of room, not folding it in to those quarter fold lines. Okay, then I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to take my other one and fold it in half. Now the reason why I only did 1 pocket opposed to theirs is I don't want that funky flip, that pocket up here. I did make one the way that they showed. Actually, this is my second, where you can open it up, you can add another page to it, and I'll show you how I did that. But I don't necessarily like this pocket. Let me show you on this one. I don't necessarily like the pocket. I glued this one, but I don't like it up there. You can't really put anything up there because it's just going to fall out. On this one, I did try to modify it by putting, you know, a pocket down here to hold whatever it is, but it's just kind of a lost space to me. See, I did another one here. I tried to put, see, this would have been open, but I did end up gluing it down, and then I put a pocket here. But I just think it's odd to have that, regardless of if you glue it shut or whatever. I just think it's odd to have that. Okay, so you're going to take these 2 pieces that you've got, and you're going to fold it, or I'm sorry, you're going to insert it in like this. Okay, and then you're going to flip it over, and you want your pocket over on this side, you want your fold to be here. So just fold it under like that, take it out, open it up, and you know this is the side that you want folded. And this helps too if you have directional paper. You can play with it like that, get your direction correct, and then put it back in. Okay, so this goes back in here like this. So there you've got your fold there. So we have a pocket in the front, or you can just flip this. This could be your front. You open up, you have a pocket here. You would glue this one down so you would have a pocket here, and then this wouldn't be. Okay, so you just have to decide. Personally, I like to have a blank cover, or actually I would probably put my pocket in the front here. You can stick a tag or something in here. Okay, so you would open it, and then your back would be blank. And then that way you don't have any wonky pockets anywhere. Let's give this wing some glue, and I'm going to use wet glue. That's really all I have right now. So that's what I'm going to use. You could make this a cute little flip window if you wanted to. You could make this a flip. You know, just play around with it. Always make sure that your pages are still going to fold well. That's the most important thing with a flip book. You want your pages to fold well. But you could definitely make this page a flip. You could cut it here. Let's see, let's do that. Let's cut this. Okay, so that will flip. Let's line this up. Make sure our page still folds. It does. Let's glue this guy down. Just gonna hold on to it. Get some glue. I like wet glue because it gives you a little bit of time to reposition if you need to. And as you can see, that's a good thing for me. Make sure that it's going to fold well, both directions. It does. Okay, so you've got this cute little flip here. Ah, don't rip. It ripped a little bit. That's okay, we can reinforce it. Okay, and then if you want, this can flip. I don't necessarily want it to flip, so I'm going to glue it down. If you are going to have it flip, I would definitely reinforce it with some more paper or some cardstock inside. This is a very, very, very thin paper. It's no thicker than copy paper. But if you were using a thicker paper, a thicker cardstock, then by all means, flip away. I was experimenting here, so I do have this seam. So I'm going to push this down. I'm going to try to get a little bit extra where the paper tore there. You won't be able to see it. I can always reinforce that too. I'll put a little bit of extra. A little bit of extra sticky. And then that's a good time, you know, to reinforce it with some washi tape. I never just use washi tape because it doesn't stick. It might stick while you're making the book, but by the time it gets to its recipient, it's fallen apart. And then when they go to add their pictures or they use it for journaling, it's fallen apart on them. But what you can do is you can add glue. You can add tape runner to the back of the washi tape, or you can simply just use Scotch tape. Put the Scotch tape down first and then put the washi tape over it. And that's what I normally do, is I use tape. Okay, so we've got that flip, we've got a pocket. Our book folds there. Okay, we don't want to glue it to where this pocket is sealed. But we do need to glue it, or this pocket, but we do need to glue it so that this stays down. So we're going to do that by running a bead of glue along this seam so that it catches the edges of this pocket. Okay, we'll run it on both sides here. So I want it to catch the edge of that pocket, and then I want it to catch the edge of the outside of that pocket. Okay, and then I'm going to fold it, and I'm going to give it a good press. I don't want my paper to crinkle, so I'm going to give it a good press. Let the tackiness of the glue take hold. You could also do that with a tape runner if that's what you're using, or double-sided tape. Okay, we're going to give it a fold. Make sure our book is still folding correctly, which it is. This isn't going to come down. We've glued it there. We have a nice flap there. Everything seems to be working well. We have a nice flap here. Okay, so there you go. So let me show you the second way that I did this so that you could add more pages to your book. So I basically did the same thing on this book. I folded it exactly the same way. Okay. Folded it this way. I folded it this way. I folded a corner. And I folded a corner. Then I folded it in half. And I folded it in half. And I put it together. And then there are a few extra folds in this paper. I folded this one down. I took it apart. I folded this one down. I stuck it back in that pocket. Okay, but then what I did is I decided I wanted a bigger book. So I slid these apart. Okay, I took my fold out of there because I need my fold to be the same on both sides. So I folded this edge in like this so that it looks like this on both of them, so that I have a V. where they come together. Then I took another 12 by 12. This is just a 12 by 12. I folded it in both directions again. I took the paper. Now this is a directional paper, so on one side of it it's not going to be correct. So you might want to use a non-directional paper. So it's just folded in half. I took the fold and put it on the top of my book, slid these corners down into those pockets, lined it up. You're going to have to give it a little bit of space there so that your book folds, and then fold it back in half, open it up on the other side, and then you've got something that looks like this. Okay, this is just on this side. So you have a couple of other options that you could do. Don't glue anything yet. And you can play with this and work with it the way that you want to. But you can take these and you can fold them. Leave them like this. What I would do is I would just leave them like this. Glue your paper down. Make sure, just like before, make sure that everything lines up well. Test it. Make sure everything is still going to fold properly before you glue anything down. Okay, so that your paper doesn't get hung up on itself. Get everything in the proper place, and then let's go ahead and glue these two back pieces to our middle piece. So again, I'm just going to take my glue, I'm going to glue that one. I'm going to get as close to the edges as I can. Fold it down, push your edges all the way up. And this is why it's good to use wet glue on this, because it gives you a chance to reposition things. If you were using the double-sided tape, you wouldn't get this opportunity. Now if you put some glue stick over the top of your double-sided tape, it does give you a little bit of time, but probably not enough time. And then your runner tape is pretty sticky too, and it doesn't allow you much time to reposition. And if you don't get it perfect, that's okay. We're going to press that down. And see, I get wet glue all over. You can see there, but that's okay. We can ink the edges and cover that up, or put some embellishments on top of that, and you won't even notice. But see how I didn't go all the way to my fold lines, because I don't want it to mess up my fold lines so that my book won't fold correctly. So then the other side looks like this. So we have our pockets here. So you've still got a couple of options before you glue this other side down. You can keep those pockets like that. You can make additional pockets over here too. Make like an airplane on both sides if you want, or you can just leave them like that and keep these pockets so that it's facing you. The stems are going upwards, which I don't think it's that big of a deal, because you're going to have things inside this pocket, and I don't think that it's going to be that noticeable. It's noticeable to me because I'm a bit OCD, but to the average person, and it's a homemade thing, it can't be perfect. Okay, so decide what you want to do. I kind of like the pockets there, and you haven't glued it down, so you still have the option. I can still come in here and airplane fold this and add this pocket so that when I do glue it, I'm going to fold my book, and if it does buckle a little bit, see how I'm getting some buckle and some unevenness? That's okay. I haven't glued it. I can just simply refold that a bit. See how this one's doing. It's not too bad. You're getting layers of paper together here, so it's gonna change your fold lines a bit. Okay, so here's, if I fold it that way, it's a bit wonky, but see, I can fold it in on itself. And then that paper that I added in the middle, see how it's a little bit wonky right here? It's okay. Let's just get a ruler. Put it inside there so that it has something to press up against the edge. And just neaten that up a little bit. Flatten that out. Okay, so here's my book. If I don't want the fold there, I can unfold this, fold this side in, and then my fold is on this side. And I can do the same thing here. If I don't want the fold there, I can fold this one. Remember to watch your corners. You don't want to fold it in too far to that fold line where it's going to crease on you. See how it kind of creased right there? I'll take my nail, flatten that out a bit. Okay, so this would be the front of the book, and the direction is right. Open it up, got a pocket here, open it up, got a pocket here, open it, pocket, and then on the back page you have another pocket. Okay, now if you don't want that white spots on these two pockets, everything else is good. Take another 6 by 12 piece, so you would just cut one in half, fold it, or use your trimmer. I'm just going to fold it, get it in half. I'm just going to cut out, my trimmer's down in my desk there, so we'll just do it a quick way here. Oh, trimmer would probably be quicker, but and you would just slide these in. Now if it doesn't go all the way down, that's okay. Glue those into place. If they don't slide all the way in, that's okay. Get them in there as far as you can. Glue them into place, and then there you go. And then decorate. Now on this one I did it the same way, but I added some binding string. So when you open it up, let me flip it your way. This is the front page. When you open it up, you've got a page here. It flips. You've got a pocket here. Now I did this one the way that Kassity and Lolly did it. More the way Kassity did it. I don't think I did it the way Lolly did it. Lolly did it, she cut, yeah, Lolly did it a way where she cut a section of the paper out. So this is the way Kassity did it. I added a pocket. I just slid the pocket under, and this would be a tag. It's not, it's just a piece of paper, but I would put a tag here. So you have a pocket here, and then you have a pocket here. Okay, and then it opens here. You have a pocket here, you have a blank sheet here, and a pocket here. And then it folds together. This would be the back page. Again, this would be a tag. You have a pocket here, and then I glued this wonky pocket closed. Okay, and then I just binded. I just did a 3-hole bind in each of these. It doesn't serve any purpose. It's just purely decorative, but I thought it would be cute. But this has my added page in it, so see, it gives you a much bigger book. Whereas this one doesn't have an added page in it, so it gives you a smaller book. Okay, and then this one is the one we just did, where it gives you the trifold or the quadfold. Okay, so I hope that that wasn't too confusing. And then here's the other one that we made together, which is the trifold. Right? Yeah. So this would be the front. Open it up. You have a pocket. Open it up. You have a flip. And you have a pocket. So this could be the front of your book. It opens this way. Or this could be the front of your book with a pocket in the front. However you want it. And then this would be the back of your book. Okay, guys? So there you are. We made 4 books. They're all very sturdy books. We didn't use not one piece of washi tape. These will not fall apart. They will last a very, very long time for the people that you send it to. You can still use washi tape to decorate. But believe me, and I'm sure you know that if you have received books that the person used washi tape to put them together, they fell apart. Now, if they've backed that washi tape with adhesive glues or tapes, then they have a better chance of staying together. But if you've received them with just washi tape, you know that they've fallen apart. And to me, when I receive these flip books, they're keepsake items to me, and I want to use them. I want to put my family's pictures in them. I want to journal in them. I want to use them for special occasions like vacations or weekend trips, camping trips. I want to use them for special events, but I want to be able to pass them down. And I can't do that if they're falling apart. I can reinforce them, and I have done that a few times. But I want to send quality stuff, things that people don't have to fix up. So this is a good way to do it. It does take a bit more paper, but remember, you're not having to put paper. You don't have to cover things like it's already done. You don't even have to cover this stuff. You can just use it the way that it is. I mean, I would put something back here, but you could put your cardstock here. You don't have to put more decorative paper. Your book is already decorated right here. So I hope you have fun with that. Please, if you make these, let us know. If take a look at Kassity and Lolly's videos. I will put a link, like I said, in the See More description box below, and please let us know if you make these. We would love to see what you all create. We would like to know that our videos are helping you, and we would love to see what you guys do. And if you have any suggestions for us to make these better, we would love to know that. So I hope you all have a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good evening wherever you are in the world. God bless.